Okay, so I have a question. Now, this isn't pertaining to me, but I just want to know, is anyone else feeling this in the air? Um, I've talked to a few different people this week, and one of the common things that I notice is that there are people that are just now at the beginning stages of their twin flame journey. Now, for anybody that know me, you know how I feel about twin flames. If you don't, I'll let you know. I think the twin flame journey is highly demonic. I really don't like that word, but it's a situation that's used purposefully to trigger you into evolving, right? To trigger both parties. Typically, push and pull method. One person ascends and the other person, I guess, kind of stays in the matrix and whatever. But it's all about basically just a journey to divinity. I don't believe that twin flames are supposed to be together. Um, I believe that the twin flame dynamic happens to prepare you for the divine union. But like I said, those are my thoughts. But I do want to know, is there are there other people out there that are just beginning this journey? So, if this is you, you would know that you would be beginning the journey because basically meeting a person and feeling a very strong pull towards them, kind of like a remembrance, feeling like you may have had history, or like a past life together. And it's kind of something that you can't shake. So you can move forward, but it'll kind of always, you know, your mind will go back to that person or something that reminds you of the situation between you two. Now, how you can tell if it's a twin flame, because there's always going to be a push and pull here. And I would say 90% of the time, the person doing the chasing is the feminine, and the one that's running is the masculine. And the only way to stop this dynamic is for the feminine to fully bring her mind, her energy, her awareness back to herself, to magnetize in instead of pushing out. And so, for me, from my understanding, the whole concept of the twin flame journey is to understand that small concept right there of um, how to direct your energy. It's so that the feminine can learn to direct energy, right? Um, Now, I know, all people aren't the same. I'm pretty sure there are some people who have, twin flames. You see them as karmic. And then there are a small percentage that, hey, they actually, both of you do turn into divine counterparts for each other. But most of the time, that's not always the case. You're meant to become divine for someone else. And sometimes it doesn't happen within the same lifetime. So only one twin may wake up like in one lifetime, and then another twin may wake up in another. Um, or they'll just come back more mature during their reincarnation, because you only reincarnate if you don't get all the lessons, right? So yeah, but I just want to know, is are there other people that are a part of this collective? Because the people that I was reading for, I was like, oh whoa, they're going through the exact same thing. This is okay, a new journey. But I'm also been picking up on people who are like beginning the divine connection journey. And I don't want to speak too much on that. I want to, hopefully, experience first, and then I can come back and speak on it. But the twin flame thing, like I said, I do air quotes because I'm only using that term because it's widely accepted, and that I know that my audience is going to know what I'm talking about if I use that term. But that's really not my, it's not a part of my belief system. But anyway, I am well versed on the twin flame dynamic, I feel like. Um, But yeah, how are y'all holding up? Because one thing, I pulled some cards yesterday about the twin flame journey, not for one specific person, but just in general. And what I saw was the separation about to come up clearly. So, um, lots of love bombing, gaslighting. But I will say this, because I'm on the outside looking in now, I don't view the masculine as like this monster anymore. Because from the readings I've been doing, I don't think, I know this isn't right for, 100% of the time, but I don't think a lot of it is malicious. A lot of the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people not smart enough to have malicious intent. And I know that sounds ugly, but they're just simply not. I think sometimes it's just pure ignorance, and it's how people learn to survive. It's survival tactics. So if anything, I'll just relate it to a low level poverty mindset that most of the time the masculine is going to have in the situation, because he's going to be your runner, trying to get you to chase, kind of keeping things a little bit ambiguous between, all parties, and, playing on the mirror, playing in the gray area. I didn't say it, but, like I did say it, but I did not say it either. Like, whatever. Anyway, but let me know. Give me some feedback. I was thinking about doing some readings on it, but I didn't know if I would be able to keep up with this new round, because I don't know how long it can hold my interest, to be quite honest. But yeah, also let me pick up this group of divine connections that are coming. Now, I will say this. I don't know if it's going to manifest. I'm not one of those readers that's going to like try to guarantee you some shit. But what I can say, the energy is in the air for a lot of shit to manifest right now when it comes to divine unions. But free will is a motherfucker. So just because somebody got the inkling and the knowing, like, oh, I should, it does not mean that they are going to follow through. But right now, it's going to be a lot of people coming into like divine unions, or just like meeting people who are on their level. And you're going to know that one is, it's divine, because it's going to feel familiar, similar to the twin flame, how like it's like I'm supposed to get something from this. It's familiar. However, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more nuanced. I think it's going to feel more embodied, less butterflies, more presence. Um, I think it's going to be like, as soon as you see the person, like everything will be transparent. It's kind of like seeing like a flash of like a whole picture in your head at one time, and all of a sudden you just know, right? Not all of that ambiguous stuff with the twin flame journey, not all of the triggers and the catalysts and the constant refinement. I think this is the phase where you get to like practice, you know, not practice, but actually get in the field and do what you've been learning, what you've been healing towards. I think within the divine connection, I'm not saying that, there aren't going to be ups and downs, but when both people have the tools to get through whatever it is that they need to get through, you can get through it. So I think that's the difference. But yeah, let me know especially if you're like in tune, let me know if you've been picking up on these new cycles, and would love to know your thoughts. All right, bye.